Our movie starts with Ben calling the ambulance to report a suicide case in his apartment. And he is the person who will commit suicide, and then he comes while he is in his house. In front of him, there was a paper with names written on it. The people he requested, and the first name was Ezra. A blind employee at an online sales company who he calls him and tries to annoy him for no reason. And annoy him, but Ezra remains very calm. And he thanks him for calling the company and hangs up with him. Calmly, he ends up breaking things around him. Out of his anger, he keeps repeating 7 names every now and then to calm down, and then his brother calls him to ask if did he take anything from his house before he left or not. And he tells him that he didn't take anything from him, and again. A name that exists is Emily, and the one who goes to her house. He doesn't find her and learns from the neighbor that the hospital is conducting tests on her heart, and he goes there. He watches from a distance for a while she is on the bed. So she notices him while she's sleeping, and then he leaves her and goes to the hospital. He has an appointment with a doctor there to discuss his tax situation. The tax situation with Ben, which is actually part of his job. And she is a tax collector and sees a patient there. The doctor is trying to convince her to take the medicine, but he fails and goes to sit with Ben and tries to convince him to take an extension period of 6 months so that he can pay off his debt, and Ben agrees, but before he leaves, he goes to the patient and asks her about her personality. He goes out, then enters the patient's room and asks her about the steward's character. Steward, does this doctor really deserve help? Help or not, it becomes when you refuse to take the medicine that makes her sick and he refuses to change it. She needs the medication, and the nurse has been instructed to take care of her. With her and that he will visit the hospital frequently to ensure from their care for the patients, he decided to stop the extension period for the doctor because he doesn't deserve it. He passes by Emily's house in his capacity as a tax collector. Taxes, and he tells her that she owes a large amount for the benefit of the taxes and she hasn't paid yet, and among her file information states that she has heart failure from the moment of birth. Her birth and that she is on the donor list. And she is waiting for a heart donor who decided to consider her situation. Due to her condition, she is allowed a 6-month extension until she can pay off the arrears. She can pay off the overdue amount, and she is very grateful to Bice. He thanks her and leaves, then goes to Holly who she works in the Family Services Administration and he asks her the name of a family that is in great need of assistance. And she gives him the name of a woman named Connie who lives in a simple place with 2 children, and she gets tired and broken because of her partner, and she never accuses him of anything. Because she is afraid of him and afraid for her children. In Beirut, he approached her in his capacity as a tax investigator and said he would conduct a general investigation about her situation, and he is trying to help her get rid of her boyfriend, but she refuses and leaves. And he receives a call from Molly that something happened to her. A breathing problem, she fainted, and was taken to the hospital. And she found his card with her and she needs someone to talk to, and I don't know anyone else. Someone other than you, if you don't mind, I want to talk to you a bit. And she kept talking to him until she fell asleep. And when she woke up, she found him sleeping next to her, and she entered her doctor and informed her that her heart muscle it got worse than before and she has less than 6 weeks left. Weeks for her to find someone to donate to her. With all his heart, he goes to her house and takes her dog. And he takes it and goes up to the hotel where he is staying. He lives in it, and he gets a call from Connie, and she tells him that she really needs help. I went back on my word, and it's obvious that her boyfriend hit her. She ran away from her house and it became clear that she had a son. And he gives her an envelope and a key to his house, telling her on the way. She arrives, opens the envelope, and finds he wrote the entire house in her name and he is standing there. Everything is in her name and will be hers, and he is asking her That she doesn't call him again or try reach him and try as much as possible to enjoy with her children, and he goes back to pick up Emily from the hospital and takes her home, and comes back the next day. He cleans her garden and he helps her as much as possible, and Emma takes him. They look at her garage where there are the printing machines that used to print on it wedding invitations before they get tired and their work stops. And they are watching a very old, broken machine. It's been 5 years and I can't find anyone to fix it, and he left her because she is very dear to him, and he goes out with her, and he asks her what she wishes for. She told him, "I wish that I can run," and he spends the day and reaches her house, and at night he comes and enters her garage. In silence, he tries to fix her machine. Until dawn, he returns home and sits remembering an incident. A specific incident happened to him while he was on the road, and he remembers his wife who died, and then he puts on clothes and goes to the hospital, and he messes with the bones of a small child named Nicholas, is exhausted from his pain until Emily calls him and invites him to lunch. And he goes to her, she brings him a gift, and they dance together. And he tells her that he has prepared a gift for her in the garage. And she wrote to him to fix the machine that she tried many times to repair but couldn't, and she was very happy. He told her that he would go get the rest of her gift from the car, but he finds his brother behind him and they start arguing with him, and he tells him that impersonating a government employee, this is a crime, and you can't play with people's lives like that. In this way, we discover that he is impersonating his brother. And he takes the tax collector's ID and badge from him. His badge, and asks him to walk with him and explain everything. Everything in his hand. He apologizes to Emily and says that it's late. "It's late and I have to go, I'm sorry," but he can't leave her and spend the night with her until she falls asleep. She sleeps, and he leaves and rushes to the hospital where she is being treated there, and the doctor asks her. And he asks her if there is any hope or any optimism. Regarding Emily's condition, the doctor tells him that her condition is continuously deteriorating, and the chance of finding a donor for her is very slim. Her chances are very weak, so he went back home and called her. And he apologizes to him for what he did with him on the phone. And he intends to give him a gift, and he hangs up with him and takes a final decision to execute his plan, and he calls the police. He informs them about a suicide case and that he is the one who will commit suicide. And he remembers the day he was with his wife in the car. And focused on the road, and that's what caused him to have an accident. And caused the death of his wife and the entire family that was in the second car, and this accident took the lives of 7 people, including his wife and 6 family members. 7 people from her family and her husband were present. The second one, he decided that this is the way to atone. By what he did and by preventing the bathtub and showing free through the candles he was raising. In agreement with his friend Dan, he advised him that he donates his hopeful heart and his azure eye, and after a while, Dan goes to Amelie according to Ben's will. He explains to her what happened to Ben and that he donates to 7 people, the first of whom is his brother Dan. "I donated a part of my lung and a part of his holy liver, the imported thorny one, and his house the universe, and if it was his wish for us before he died.